you guys, I'm doing it. I'm streaming. And my headphones went bonkers. Why does something go wrong every single time? Gonna fix it. I'm fixing it right now. Hopefully. Okay, fine. It's fixed, hopefully. And this works as well. What else? What else? Yeah, I'm gonna zoom the heck in and color some of those berries today. Not sure which one. Maybe the small one. Okay, so I kind of wanted to make a video about how I color these berries. And then I realized I'm really lazy to prepare the script and record the sound and then record the video and then try to somehow explain in text in the video how I colored it and why I colored it, the way I colored it, etc. So I decided I'm gonna try to stream this shit. Ooh, can I say shit on YouTube? I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm gonna have to figure that out. Yeah, okay. So the light should be better, hopefully. Hello. Hello, Dawn. Excuse the initial struggles of streaming. This is my first time. So it might be a little wonky. Okay, so I'm gonna try to explain how I color the berries. Actually, I'm gonna need a piece of paper first. Alright, so I'm sure that everybody who kind of does some sort of art, doesn't really matter what kind of art, oh, I'm glad. Thank you. I think that everybody like who's interested in art encountered that sort of a shading information about how to shade spheres, right? Like, you know, like if the light is coming from here, then like here it's dark. You know, like the lightest point is somewhere around here. And like you kind of shade the sphere, and like the side that's the furthest away from the light is the darkest, right? Like something like this, and just for the illustration. And this is true even for like spheres that are not exactly this simple, right? Because like if you look at the berries here, they're also kind of simple. Like it's a sphere, it's just a little more complicated and made out of smaller spheres. So that's kind of how I approach coloring these berries in the first place. Like in the bottom right corner, they're darker, and then on the top left or the top, they're lighter, and they have all these highlights. Oh, I'm not sure, to be honest, if the closed caption will be available on the replay. I have no idea how this works. I'm learning it. I'm incredibly sorry. I have no idea. But I would like to publish this as a video, definitely. I'm not sure if the whole thing or just like some sort of a shortened version. I'll see. I'm like just confused right now. Thank you. Hello. Hello, Bonnie. Yeah. So, yeah, so the berries are going to be like darker bottom right and lighter on the left top. The highlights are from the light that's coming kind of from that way. And you can notice, if I zoom in a little bit more, that here on the bottom right, there's also like sort of a highlight. But that's just basically reflected light from what the leaves around would reflect. Yeah, so like the light would, you know, go like all the way here, and then they would like hit some sort of a background here, and it would basically just bounce. So it's bounce light. So that's these like little tiny highlights in the right bottom corner. Oh my goodness, guys, I did not expect anyone coming. Yeah. So that's how we approach that. And you can see that like some of the berries are blue. I was aiming for blackberries, but yeah, that's approximation of how they could look like. So the ripe ones are more blue. You can see that at the top sometimes they're a little pinkish because they're like not all the way ripe. And then the ones that are not ripe yet are more red. But it's basically the same set of colors, just like with more reds added in. If you guys want to know which colors I'm using, they should be in the description of the video. Most of the colors anyway. There isn't that many in this picture. I made a kind of limited palette on purpose. So if I show you, just so you have an idea, it's kind of like this amount of colors. So it's not that many. The third from the left, that's Blender. Excuse me, no place here. But there should be white, yeah. So it's not that many colors, and some of them I added just because I felt like it. So like some of the berries actually have green. It's not that visible, but it's like in these areas, because like when I looked at the references and at photos of blackberries, they usually had like some of the greens from the leaves reflected in them. So I wanted to imitate that. Okay, enough talk. Let's color. I'm gonna move this camera a little bit. And let's do this small one in more of the reds. Thank you, Dawn. All right. So, I'm gonna start in the bottom right corner, where the berries should be the darkest. So even though it's red, I'm gonna use some blue to like deepen and darken the shadows. So I'm gonna start with, are any of you guys coloring along? I suppose not, right? Like, do I need to say which color I'm using? But maybe it would be good for the recording, right? So this is, oh my gosh, I'm not gonna try to pronounce that. Indanthrone Blue 649. So I'm gonna shade with the blue the parts that are like furthest away from the sun. So like here. And then I'm gonna go over that with some red. This is Crimson Aubergine, 599. Like really nice dark red. I'm gonna shade that over the blue. And I'm trying not to use too much pressure. And then for the lightest part, I'm gonna use the pink 571, which is another unpronounceable name. Nope. Let's go by numbers. Okay, so it's gonna look something like this. I hope it's somewhat visible on the camera. And yeah, and now I'm gonna do basically the same thing over again to add more depth to the color, more saturation, basically to make it more more in your face and to cover all the white of the paper. So I'm like adding more layers. Yeah, maybe a bit more of the red, because like this particular piece of the berry doesn't get that much light. I'm gonna make it a little darker. Okay, that's fine. So let's make another one. So again, I'm starting with the darkest blue from the bottom. And the dark red. I should sharpen my pencils as well. Okay, now the pink, just a little bit, because we're still in a part of the berry which should be quite dark. And once more, the blue on the bottom, dark red, and I'm gonna pull it a bit higher over the top and blend the top with a bit of pink. Now, don't be afraid to go over the black line, especially with like softer pencils, because even though you can still obviously tell it's there, it kind of blends a bit more into the other colors, and it's not as that much of a contrast between the colors you have and the black lines. Like as you can see on the here, like I covered the top of the berry, like the black lines with white, and it's not that it would color it would cover the black lines completely, but it makes them a bit less visible. And then in the entire picture they kind of get lost. Okay, so another one. And I'm again starting with the blue, because like we're still on the right side of the berry. But as we go more to the left and top, I'm gonna use less and less of the blue and more of the reds. Because I want to make the top left of the berry lighter. And pink. And again. Ochre on top. Yeah, that's fine. And if we want it, could add some of the green. This is Dark Sap Green 739. To like the right bottom part of these little... I don't know what these are called in English actually. I don't know what they're called in Czech either. I'm sure it has some sort of a scientific name, but yeah. So we added the green because like it would be reflecting the leaves around it, but it's not really something that's gonna that you would notice when you're looking at the picture as a whole. But I think it's nice to add some color variety to these berries, because otherwise they could look a little flat. So here, since we're like getting a bit more to the top of the berry, I'm gonna try to use a little bit less of the blue. More of the red. Pink on top. More of the red in the underside. So you guys, are you colorists, or are you here by an incident? Accident, no incident, accident. Okay, so this one is gonna have just a little bit of the blue. Oh, Bonnie's a colorist. And do you have any coloring books from Hanna, Karlzon, like this one? The green, the pink. Okay, so this one's gonna still have a little bit of blue. Oh, only 3. Like, I think she has plenty of books, right? Like, I think I have like 2, maybe. What, maybe 3. I'm not sure right now. I don't like, my collection isn't very big, I admit. But I like the one she hinted now that she's making, the one with like aquatic theme, like with fish and water and stuff. Oh, Kirby Razanes is, wow, like his books give me anxiety. as a colorist. Like, I really like his pictures, but sometimes they feel like they're actually like complete artworks rather than coloring books. You know, like he has a lot of that black lines like added for shading already. So and especially those like double spreads he makes, those are yeah, that's a challenge. Okay, so now here I'm getting closer to the top of the berry, so I'm gonna try not to use the blue. We'll see what it's gonna look like, if the red is gonna be enough of a shade. I hope the table isn't moving too much. Okay. I feel like these on the bottom are not dark enough. I might add a bit more of the dark red to the highlights. Yeah, that's a bit better. Yeah, on this one. Okay. A bit more of the pink. Yeah, that works. All right. Maybe just a little bit of the blue here. Just very lightly. Yeah, that's fine. And another one. I'm not using the blue here anymore. More red. Okay. More of the pink. Maybe I could add, I have this orangish apricot color, 041. So I'm gonna add that a little bit to the top of the berry, like where it would be even less ripe than the rest. It should probably be more green than this color, but you know what, doesn't have to be super accurate. Okay, more of the red. That's fine. Let's make this one first. Gonna be the darkest. Oh, how do I like the Luminance? I haven't had them for a very long time. Like, I think this is a second picture I'm coloring with them. I've been wanting to buy them for quite a while, but they were very expensive where I live, and they went on sale recently. So I was like, you know what, Clara, I'm gonna, treat myself. So I got them, and I think they require some. Well, they have a learning curve, I think. Like I prefer Prismacolors in general, I think, from the pencils, except the Luminance. And these are slightly less soft, but they blend in a similar fashion, that like you can drag one color to another easily. And they have insane quality. Like the whole pencil I'm not sure if like you can tell from the camera, but like the pencils are super well made, and I had like zero breakage. I think like I broke one just because I dropped it from my tables and like it chipped off. But otherwise, there was like nothing wrong with them. No splitting, no breakage. They're just like, you can tell that they're made really well, and I appreciate that because like Prismacolors break so easily. So I like them a lot. I just don't. I'm not sure that like the quality justifies, like even the quality they have, that it fully justifies the price. Like I think if I just had Prismacolors, I would be quite happy. But depends if you just color or if you also like make some artwork, because I think the whole selling point of Luminance, or like the main point, is that they're light fast, meaning that they're gonna stay the same color no matter how much light is gonna shine on it. So if you sell artwork like framed that you're gonna hang on a wall, like these have advantages over Prismacolors, definitely. But for colorists, I don't know. Like I like them, but I would not recommend them to someone who's like on a budget, I suppose. Depends. Like, what are your go-to colored pencils right now? Like, do you like Prismacolors, or do you prefer like Polychromos or some other brand? I'm gonna use the even lighter shade, like Burnt Ochre 10% 872 for the top of this part of the berry, because it's like a light apricot shade, but not fully white, just to add more light to the top of the berry. I think it feels a little off here. I'm just not sure what. We'll see. No, it's fine. And here, just a little bit of the red. A bit more of the orange. A little bit of the light color. I'm gonna add a little bit of the orange here as well, just to make it look like, well, more uniform, I suppose. I like, actually, Polychromos were the first pencils, like expensive pencils, I bought for my coloring, and I go back to them from time to time, but I somehow evolved to like Prismacolors, even though I hated them at when I got them first. These like Luminance are something in the middle. I guess you could say they're similar to Black Widows, like at least in how hard they are. Like, I think Black Widows are quite close. Yeah, that's actually, I think that's a fair comparison. I would say these are slightly, just a little bit softer than Black Widows. But like, I did struggle with Black Widows. I only have like one set of those. The one with the stag, or what kind of animal that is, I think. I'm not sure. I think so. Anyway, I have one set of the Black Widows, and I struggle when coloring with them sometimes to layer them. It feels like they don't take as many layers as like Polychromos or even Prismas. But that might have been fault of the paper in the coloring book I colored with them in. So that's kind of hard too. I'm not sure about that. I haven't experimented enough. But I would say like these have that in common, Luminance, I mean, with Black Widows, that they feel like you can't layer them that much as polychromas. I don't think it's bad, because they're pigmented enough to like be fine with just a few layers. Like you can tell that I did like, what, 2 layers, maybe 3 in some points, and they're still like very saturated. But depends on your coloring style. Like if you like to make tons of light layers, I'm not sure these are great for it. They're like, I think personally they seem easier to use to me when you like make, I don't know, those 3 layers, I guess, 4 maximum. Otherwise they seem to like stop, or the paper stops taking the color, the pigment. But once again, I only had them for a while, and I only tried them in this book, and I think Johanna's best words, World of Flowers, where I colored in them. And I think there it was slightly better. I think this Hanna's books have really smooth paper that doesn't have much tooth, and maybe that's why they don't layer that well here. Okay, so I think the berry is fine like this. I'm gonna shake my Posca. I'm gonna make sure it's drying. I'm gonna add highlights in the left top, and shape doesn't really matter that much. Like somewhat round-ish highlights. Small here. And then on the bottom, I'm gonna add a little bit of that bounce light. Like here, you can't really see it because like there's no background, right? But eventually it's gonna be visible. Yeah, maybe a little bit here. And the good thing and the bad thing at the same time about Posca pen is that it scratches off until it dries. So if you make a shape you don't like and you're fast enough, you can just scratch off what you don't want. Yeah. I don't like what I did here. I'm gonna repaint. Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna let it dry for a little bit. And then we're gonna darken them slightly so they're not just like that bright, the highlights. Okay. Now, I wonder if I should color some of the leaves or more of the berries. I'm gonna have a sip of tea first. Okay, I think it's dry. Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna make them a little bit pinkish, just to make it look more of a part of the berry. I'm thinking about it, maybe the bounce light should be more green, since it's bouncing off of the leaves. But yeah. think I'm gonna just color a little bit of the background to make the berries pop of the background before I continue. I'm using some dark Phthalocyanine green. Oh my goodness. 719. Are you on Instagram, Bonnie? I'm curious. Like now I wanna I wanna go check you out. I had some. I'm just gonna add some black, I think. Or no, let's put the blue. The dark blue I used. 649. The background. Oh, I'm gonna. Well, my phone is recording. I'm kind of scared. I'm gonna look you up on my computer. And what about you, Dawn? Can I find you on Instagram as well? Like, what is your nickname there? Oh, you have a cat. Aww. Aw, Bonnie. I envy you now. Oh wow, that skull from Kirby. That one I like a lot. That's amazing. Oh, and you draw as well. That's cute. Aww. Oh, 2 indoor cats and 1 barn cat. That's amazing. Like, I wish I wasn't stuck in an apartment. 2 weeks. That's fine. I sometimes take months to finish a picture, so I think 2 weeks 2 weeks is actually quite fast, I think. Good job though. Like I really like your pictures. Oh yeah, I think I found you, Dawn. Oh, but your account is private. Like I can't see your pictures. I could follow you, maybe. Oh yeah, I prefer to work on one picture at a time as well. Even though sometimes when I color something more complex, like Kirby, I sometimes like to take a break and just color something else in the meantime, something easier, or like something with watercolor pencils, because like that's usually faster. But otherwise I usually color one by one as well. Actually, guys, where are you from? I'm curious. Like, are you from States or? Because I checked the demographics, like of who follows my account on YouTube, and I think there was like some people from Venezuela, like the most people or something. So I was kind of surprised at that. Okay, a little bit lighter on the top. Yeah, this is Middle Verdigris. I have no French. 713. Okay. Just gonna blend the green a little bit. Okay. Now we can see the highlight on the berry, and I don't like it, so I'm gonna just try to make it slightly thinner, and perhaps I cover it completely here and here. Michigan, wow, you guys, that's amazing. Like, I don't want to sound like an old person or like a, you know, something, but it's great that like I can stream here from like middle of Europe and you can watch me somewhere all with like on the other side of the world almost. That's great. Oh, and Illinois, wow. That's awesome. Okay, so I think this is fine. I'm not gonna, maybe I'm gonna blend it a bit more with the blender. It's, it looks so grainy on the camera. It's not that bad in real life, I promise. I'm gonna blend it a bit more. Yeah, that's fine. Maybe I would just color over the highlights a little tiny bit. Yeah, that's okay. Oh, you're close to, well, close to each other, a couple 100 miles. That's not that close. Okay. Close for the States. Oh yeah, like you have completely different completely different ratios when it comes to like how far things are. I don't know. I'm gonna color the big berry. Not sure. This one. Move the camera a bit. There. Do you guys know each other, or did you just meet here by you know? Okay, so let's color this berry again. I think I started the blue ones with black for the shadows, so that's easy to pronounce, black. For once, let's start from the left. So I'm gonna try to make this one really dark, because like this one was kind of lighter than the other ones. I'm gonna try to make it more darker like the blackberry. Okay, and the blue. Ah, you know each other through chats. Okay. I was like, did they just meet here on my stream and like instantly become friends? That would be cool as well. Okay, so the dark blue. No, shouldn't have gone that much from the top, but never mind. And the lighter blue. Okay. Maybe I could put a little bit of the purple ultramarine violet 630, just so there's some color variation. Just like with the green, I completely forgot to add more to the red berry. No, happens. Oh, I'm so glad. Thank you. Like when I colored the first one, I was this one, I think the blue one. It took me like 2 hours to just finish one berry, and I was like, what the heck am I doing to myself? Like, like, why am I trying so hard to make it look somewhat realistic? Like, I could just, you know, color them with 2 colors and call it a day. But no. Okay, oh, but that's fine. So I really appreciate that you like the results. A bit higher. Yeah. Goodbye, Dawn. Thank you for coming. I think I'm gonna try to stream again at some point. And I didn't even like announce it today anywhere or anything, so I'm gonna have to learn how to do that. I'm gonna put more of the green here. Yeah, more blue. Like this. Okay. Right. And the purple on the top. Oh, your husband colors. That's amazing. I hope my husband hears this. Maybe he's gonna try as well. The more you do, the easier it will be for streaming. Oh yeah, I think so. Yeah, it was a struggle. I've been thinking about streaming for months, and I struggled a lot with how to set it up, like on my phone and everything. But now I figured it out and it works. So I hope it's gonna be easier to repeat it in the future and do this. Cause like I'm too lazy to make many videos. Like it requires a lot of preparation, which I don't really have that much time to do. But streaming is more like, hey, I have like, you know, hour of time I could stream, like instead of just spending the hour preparing the script and then not even recording anything. So I think it would be better for me as a busy person to stream more than make videos. And I can make videos out of the stream later, right? But yeah. So I'm gonna try to do it like this now. He draws and paints. That's amazing. Oh yeah. My husband is stalking me as well. Okay. He's my biggest fan, my husband. Green. I forgot the green again. I always wanted to like learn to draw and paint as well. I've been dabbling with digital art, but it's stressful. Like I always think of something I want to draw and then it doesn't work out the way I imagine, and then I get frustrated and I go back to coloring. The purple on top. So if you had any tips how to get over like this fear of starting or failing, actually, that would be amazing. Like I actually started to color to get over the fear of just picking up a pencil. It's been working quite well, but it's hard to transition from coloring to art now. Like art, it's not that coloring is an art, but you know what I meant. Okay. Okay. Black is fine. Some more blue. This one should be a bit darker as well. And blend. Darker. That's fine. Blend it a little bit. It's not as smooth as I would like it to look, but yeah, it's fine. Oh yeah, that's yeah, that's actually the issue, that like I tend to grade myself quite harshly. But it's true that like you learn a lot like from when you make mistakes, right? Like just need to get it in my head. Yeah, try to turn on the lamp. See how it's gonna look like. Because it's getting a little dark outside. Not dark, but like there's clouds. See how it's gonna... Did it make a difference? Not really. Never mind. Yeah, that's okay. Definitely say hi and thanks to Bob. Or like, hi Bob. I'm not sure if he hears me. He said he's listening. Okay. Hello Bob. Nice to meet you. Okay. More blue. Oh yeah, that happens a lot. Yes, I used to have cats as well, and my parents have a cat. So every time I stay there, like he needs to help me with everything, and like he loves to sit in my lap when I do like no matter what, if I work or if I draw or color, like he's gonna be there. But it's easier for me because if I color with pencils, it doesn't smudge as paint. Aw, thank you, Bob. Okay. No, that's too light. It needs to be darker. A bit more black here. So it's gonna look so much better when I add the highlights and the bounce light. Okay. I'm always curious. Yeah, that's fine. I guess this one should still be quite dark. Purple. Maybe. No, not yet. No, not. I'm gonna use white for the highlights on the left side, but not here yet. Would be too early, I guess. A little bit of blender. Alright. Next one. Maybe a little bit of that green. Just to be dark. Okay. And blend it up. Okay. I'm gonna use still some black here. But the next row, I think I'm gonna go lighter. Aw, oh, that's so cute. And the name is great. Like a black cat that's called Raven. Is it a he or is it a she? It's really strange in English that you can't tell right away. Okay, blue. I wish I could adopt a cat or something. It's a plan for the future. And then I'm gonna stream with a cat tail in the picture. Whatever. I'm gonna make it slightly lighter here. And white. Munchkin and orange. Is it like actually, by the way, Munchkin, is it like does it actually mean something in English? Like, because I know there's a game that's called Munchkins, like a board game, but I don't know if that actually like means something in English other than just, you know, Munchkins. I'm gonna darken a little here. Because like where two objects, even like these touch, it's gonna be really, really dark, and there's like special name for it, but I don't remember. I think it's like ambient occlusion or something. It means that like in exactly where two objects touch or like near to it, it's always the darkest shadow. Yeah, fine. Ah, something or someone small. I didn't know that. Thank you. Oh, that's you. Now it sounds even cuter. Oh, I saw on your Instagram account that like there one cat is black, right? And the other one, so that's Raven, and then there was one that was I suppose orange, right? Because it was kind of gingerish. I'm gonna look at your cats instead of streaming and coloring. It's my weakness. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh yeah, oh, it's in the description of the post actually. That's my fail. I really like that your husband colors as well. That's amazing. Bob. Sorry, Bob. I should remember that you're listening. Okay, next row. I'm talking too much and not coloring enough. No, I'm glad that someone's here and someone's reacting, because otherwise I would just be talking to myself and that would feel really awkward. So, yeah, I actually appreciate it a lot. Thank you. try to make this one a little lighter. Maybe a little bit of white on top. Yeah, I suppose that's fine. Really does he? I don't know. That's strange. Like I probably talk to myself in my head, but it would be strange to talk out loud when no one's listening. Plus, my husband wouldn't be very happy. We don't have that much space around here in the apartment, and he would hear me muttering to myself all the time. Maybe I should have made these lighter even. Try to maybe go over with the purple. Make them slightly lighter. The light is reflecting somewhat, but I think that's fine. Okay. Shouldn't put that much black anymore. I need to restrain myself. Well, it's good that he caught her. Or him. I am a little terrified, to be honest. Like if I ever get a cat again, that it's gonna like throw the pencils off of the table and they're gonna break, and I'm gonna be so sad. But I would have a cat, so I guess it's worth it. Aren't you afraid that when you get the luminance, like the same thing is gonna happen to you? You're gonna be sad about your pencils. Not that much purple. Not white right there. More blue. And then blend. Yeah, it's under somewhere. I believe it. Under the couch or under the fridge. Or in her like secret stash, perhaps. I know my parents' cat has one like under one of the cabinets in the living room, which like can't be moved because it's part of like some bigger cabinet. But it has a hole on the bottom where he sneaks, and he just pushes things there, even though he can't get them out anymore. But yeah, it's a secret stash. my mom always uses a ruler to get the things he stashes there out. Yeah, just a light layer of blue, and then I'm gonna blend it with white after I finish the bottom with dark blue. Yeah, that's smart. That's a smart way to do it. I always have pencils all around the table. I'm gonna have to learn that to keep them in the jar. Like I store them in the jar, like pencils for the project I'm working, or project, well, that's a fancy word. Pencils for the book for the page I color at the moment, because otherwise I would never find them again, since I sometimes take like weeks-long breaks between parts of the page, like here. But otherwise they live on my table. Add some purple still. This one looks a bit too light compared to the others. I'm gonna just add a little bit of the purple. Yep, that's fine. Oh yeah, I tried to do that once. I had like a small notebook where I would like put the name of the page and the date I started, and I was like, you know, it would be nice to have like a journal sort of for coloring, and I would put the color combos I used in that page as well. But that only lasted like maybe 3 pages, maybe 4, I don't remember, but it wasn't a lot. Like I'm really bad at doing some, you know, these things that require you to remember that you're supposed to do something every time. And yeah, so now I just take it as a exercise in well, not patience, but not caring as much if not all the parts of the picture are exactly the same. But I would put all the pencils I used so far on the page in a jar, so I would at least have the colors. But like you can even see that here, if I zoom out a little, like the berry I made the first, like this one, is much darker than the one I made today, like earlier today, than this one. It's not that visible on the camera, but on the page it's quite a difference. So because I just forgot how I did it. But that's fine, at least it's not like all the same, exactly the same colors and exactly the same shape and exactly same. Like, that's even why I color one of these parts of the berry at the time, because like I found that like I have a tendency to say like, okay, there's berries on the page, so I'm gonna all color them like the same color, like they're all gonna be blue, and like they're all gonna have the same like way of shading and stuff. So I'm trying to like take the smallest piece of each of the objects and color that at a time, because like then there are variants, but they don't look out of place. Like in my opinion, it looks more realistic that way. Because, like, you know, in nature, things are not the same all the time. Yeah, so we're on top, so very, very light blue. And blend with white. Mm. Maybe a little bit of the purple. Yep. Yeah, I like them as well, I have to say. Like, I'm not usually very satisfied with what I make, or like, you know, like I said, my harshest critique. Yeah, that's like Bob was right about that. That like you only mark yourself, but for me that's the bad marks usually. But I like the berries. Like, I think it's they look great, but they take forever. Okay. Wait on top. Just gonna check how long I've been on this. Almost hour and a half. Okay, so hour and a half for what, 2 berries and a tiny teeny piece of background. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. I don't know why is that. We're almost there. This one is gonna be like maybe the lightest, I suppose. Gonna add a bit more, like a little tiny bit of black, because the shadow is going in between the other parts. And then a little bit of purple, blend the bottom. And then the white. I'm gonna cover the black line with it as well. Yeah, it's nice meeting some people who have the same hobby, actually. Like, I don't really have that many around who would do adult coloring. Basically, no one. So it's nice to have an option to do this, at least. And I'm like always super curious about people from the community, like what they make, and like finding new people, and like everybody's coloring style is so different that it's fascinating to see. The white. blend this one a bit more. And this one. Yep. Yeah, that's fine. I suppose the COVID must not have been that much of a difference for you if you live somewhere like more secluded. It was quite a shock for me. Like suddenly I was working from home, and I even moved cities like when COVID started. So I was like in a foreign city with no one I would know, and I was staying at home for like 2 years straight. It was very big change. Okay, so I like this, so I'm gonna just add the highlights. But I like that you have a farm. Do you have like farm animals, or more like a farm for produce? Okay. Just make some shapes up. Maybe here. Doesn't write anymore. Yeah. It's like I'm gonna put more highlights than I think there should be. But I'm gonna color over some of them and make them darker, so they're just like lighter spots, but not complete highlights. This one doesn't look that great, so I'm gonna scratch it off. Do it here. Do it here. No, doesn't write. Good. It's like pencils are backsy, so the Posca doesn't really catch on that well. Is it weird? It's a little weird. Yeah, okay, good. Both, gosh. That must be exhausting to take care of. Yeah, I now forget the bone slide. So here, doesn't want to. Posca doesn't want to write anymore. So here from the bottom, here, maybe. That's quite on top, maybe here. Coloring is more exhausting than taking care of the whole farm. Wow. I did not expect that. Finally. Maybe from the left as well a little bit. Need to turn around to get a better angle. But I think it must be nice in a way to have like the peace and quiet where you live. Like that's been one of the biggest complaints I have in the apartment. It's so loud, and like I really crave some some calm and some silence and nature. Like, living in a city is convenient, you know, but it has disadvantages. So I think having a farm somewhere far away or further away from people must be really calm. I don't know if there should be. I'm gonna try to add a highlight here, but we'll see what it looks like. Yeah, that's good. Okay, maybe, I don't want to overdo it with the highlights, but I'm doing it. I'm gonna maybe try to add, maybe it's not meant to be. Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna just make them, some of them, I'm gonna make dark. Something different for each day. That sounds nice, actually. I know that like people always want what they don't have at the moment, but you know, I think that's part of what makes it very attractive for me, living somewhere else than in a city. It's like working from home and living in an apartment. It's kind of the same every day, and then at the weekends, like you're lucky if you can do something else. Okay, tree frogs. Wow, that's so cool, but as well annoying if you can't sleep. I understand that. Yeah, my husband comes from a small village, and there was a, what is it called? Like a place where where you have cows, but like many of them. I'm not sure for the English word for that, but like a place where people have cows, and you could hear them like in the night, and it was a really strange experience, like coming from a city, and like I can never, like I've been to I've been to outside of the city, but not in such a small village, and usually not where they have like farm animals. So it was really weird, like falling asleep to the sounds of cows and dogs barking and everything. Oh yeah, yeah, dairy farm, I suppose. Yes. Like, would you say that like the animal noises are easier to ignore? Because like I found that what bothers me most is like man-made like machine noises when they are repeated. Like when you, like, I don't know, a washing machine, that's my bane. Like my neighbors love to do their laundry during night, and you know, like that, like you can hear like how the washing machine is turning, and that's like that's a killer for me. Like when it's like a dog barking next door, that's fine, like that doesn't bother me as much, but the machine things are terrible. Okay, I think these should be dry. Yeah, relatable. Okay. I'm gonna make it slightly darker here, where there would be shadow anyway. And then maybe here as well. Yeah. And maybe I'm gonna try to use the light green here, so it adds more of that, like, yes, this light bounced off of the leaves, so it's green. I have no idea if that's how it works, but that's how I imagine it anyway. I'm gonna add more. Okay, and then a little bit of the blue on these highlights, because maybe I could use something else than blue. Let's use like this light orange, just a little tiny bit. No, that makes them even pop out more. Nope. Back to blue. Just hide them a little bit. The ones that are not on the top left entirely. Yep, it's still much lighter than the first one I made, but that's fine, I suppose. Maybe I could add some more orange to the top to make it like it's not ripe. Nah, I'm gonna keep it this way. It's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna not try to make it better, she said, and adjusted the shadows. Yeah, that's okay. All right, so gonna zoom out a little, see what it looks like. Yeah, this one is very light on top, but I think it's fine. I'm gonna do some of the other ones darker, so they're more like this one. Okay. I think I had enough today. Thank you, Bonnie. And thank you for being here with me the whole time. I really appreciate it. And Bob, of course. Thank you, Bob. Alright, guys. So I'm gonna try to figure out how to turn this thing off, and hopefully it's gonna work out somehow. And I hope to see you next time. I'm gonna try to actually let everyone know in advance when I'm gonna be here. Today it was a little spontaneous to try this out, but otherwise I'd like to plan it, maybe even try to be regular in this endeavor. But we're gonna see how it's gonna go. So have a nice evening, and thank you again for coming, and goodbye, and have a nice weekend. Thank you, Bunny. Bye.